Africa must be free.
We are not listening to the CNN. We have a media that we can listen to whatever Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing. So this time around, the youth of Africa, we are ever ready to fight for any good leader in our land. The resources of Africa must benefit the land of Africa. The resources of Africa must benefit our country. Our youth are dying on the Mediterranean Sea. Our youth are dying in the desert. Our leaders are they not tired of seeing the youth of Africa being dying on the desert? Our leaders are they not tired of seeing the youth of Africa dying on the European land? Once we have everything, this today, they must unite. If that is what they say, they are united Africa. We need a unity of the continent of Africa, which is the only solution.
Resources. We want resources. We want freedom. We want freedom. We want freedom. We want.
No way. No way. No way. That's all. That's all. That's all. That's all. No way.
A tradition with the land of Burkina Faso here.
Yes. Revolutionaries.
I can say, comrades, who have a link with the province of Kenya here. I can see Nigeria here.
Yes.
I can see Sudan. This is a country in full-blown war. But when it came to hands of Africa, Sudan made a representation and they are here.
Pan-African revolution.
I want to thank all of you. This is your revolution. We have over 54 Pan-African organizations, as you can see on the banners, coming together to tear down imperialism. Sending home that simple message that they may have their atomic weapons, they may have their nuclear weapons, but when it comes to us and Africa, we are ready to tear them down with our bare hands. And that no French citizen, no American citizen is safe. Donald Trump may drop the bombs. Donald Trump and Macron can drop the atomic bombs and weapons. But they should be rest assured that there shall be mutual assured destruction.
Fire!
We shall make sure that none of their citizens feel safe.
Fire!
On any soil that is called Africa.
Fire!
Joe Biden! This time!
No way!
This time!
No way!
This time!
No way!
This time!
No way!
And so, we started, like I said, from the Africa Unity Monument, and we have made our destination here to the Black Star Square. This is what our ancestors, Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah, Marcus Garvey, and all expected us to become.
Yes.
That we become the Black Star.
That's right.
And so as we stand here at the Black Star Square, we are sending a simple message to imperialism.
Right.
That this time,
no way.
This time,
no way.
This time,
no way.
So, bye.
Hey.
Bye.
Hey.
Bye.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
This time, no way.
Africa must unite. Africa must unite. Africa must unite. It's a very simple message to the world. That this is not the time of Gaddafi. This is not the time of Thomas Sankara. This is not the time of Patrice Lumumba. This is not the time of my own leader, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Yes. This is a different generation together. If that time the youth were sleeping, because there was no media to inform them about whatever our good leaders are doing, today we have the media. We are not listening to BBC. We are not listening to the CIA. We are not listening to the CNN for them to come and give us fake news about good leaders in Africa. This time around, we are not sleeping. And we are telling them enough is enough. We are sending a warning to the African leaders. Just remember 1963 in Ethiopia. The capital city of Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah told them, if we live here as the leaders, and we don't have the United States of Africa, our children are going to continue to suffer. Our generation are going to continue to suffer. Because they were not able to listen to Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. We are suffering and seeing it today. But we are telling them that with the help of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, with the stand of the youth of Africa, that when you touch Captain Ibrahim Traoré, you touch the youth of Africa. When you touch Captain Ibrahim Traoré, you touch the soil of Africa. We are not sleeping this time. I was so much disappointed when I see Donald Trump speaking to Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa, is speaking to the president as his own biological son. And I said, how dare you, Donald Trump, to speak to an African leader? When you come to the land of Africa, you pick the natural resource of our land. Before we arrive, we come there to come and suffer in your own land. Because our African leaders were not able to take a decision on their own. When the man was sitting down, I was crying on my eye. Donald Trump is not older than Ramaphosa. That 72, 78, the rent is only what? 6 years. So can you speak to your own colleague president as your own political son? No. Because we keep on having puppets in the land of Africa as leaders. So that our leaders were not able to take a stand. If you cannot take the stand, Captain, I have come out that I will take the stand that you were not able to do. So just give me your support. And we are going to have the freedom as a continent. There is nothing now we need from them. We have the gold, we have the diamond, we have the oil, we have the uranium. Our youth are still dying on the Mediterranean Sea because of white-collar job. Our youth are still dying on the desert because they want to go and work in another man's land. Enough is enough. For the land of Africa, enough is enough. We must unite.
Without wasting my time, we have so many speakers today. We have protocol here we want to observe. We would like to call on AAPRP. Are they? AAPRP, the representative. AAPRP. Honorable Ade, yes. We need your presence here. Please, let's create space for the speakers here. If we have any medical professional here, we need your assistance. Please advance. We need your assistance. Go boy! Africa, Africa, say yay! Africa, say yay! Africa! I'm representing the All African People's Revolutionary Party. This is Kwame Nkrumah's own party. Yes. It is the party that we need in our current political dynamics. All right? It's a party that we need in our current dynamics. If you see in front of my shirt, I have Jeune Liberation Africaine. I was in Burkina Faso 2 years ago on a day like this, the 25th of May, to organize with the Burkina Faso people on the Day of African Freedom and Emancipation. So we have been on the grounds and we know what is going on, and we say that this is Africa's time. And so the AAPRP, which is a mass-based political organization, anti-imperialist, anti-capitalist, all right, is here. Is here to lend support to Ibrahim Traoré and the Sahel states, all right. Where we are now, it is time for Africa to take back its resources. Because Nkrumah says that Africa can no longer trust in anybody than itself and its resources. All right? So the gold, the diamond, and all of those resources that are due to us must come to us. We must own it, we must control it as a people. All right? We only get 3% in gold reserves in Ghana here. The oil is only 13%. The 87% is going to those big corporations outside. This is what Traoré is trying to avoid. And America, France, says they don't want to accept that. But it's a lie, because we are here to support Traoré in full support. There is a research that France, without its West African economies, will be less than a third world country. And yes, so we say, long live African freedom and emancipation. Forward to socialism. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Joe boy! Joe boy! Joe boy! Joe boy! When Thomas Sankara started the revolution, it started with a message which the imperialists hated so much. The message was in French, so he always goes like, Les impérialistes! Then, okay, my people are here, so just follow them for me. Les impérialistes! Les impérialistes! Les impérialistes! La révolution! So when Thomas Sankara said, Les impérialistes, it means the imperialists. Then the people always respond, I'm back. So it means that the imperialists should go down. And he would shout and said, the revolution, which is la révolution, then the people will shout, aho, which means that the revolution should go up, the imperialists should go down. So, les impérialistes, homeland of the we will conquer. So, if I say la patrie ou la mort, you shout, nous vaincrons. La patrie ou la mort? La patrie ou la mort? Yes, so this is the message that imperialists hated so much, to the level where they have to take the man down. And today, it is not a surprising thing that this message is alive today in the mind of everybody and on the lips of everybody, which means that if you take one man down, you are going to have 1,000 people rising up, speaking the same message. The message that they stopped, the message because of which Gaddafi was murdered through the CIA, Obama, United States, with collaboration with the African Union and co. This same message is alive today, telling them that Africa is for Africans. The resources of Africa is for Africans. It does not belong to the United States. It does not belong to France. It belongs to Africa. And our leaders, since they have become so afraid of dying for the people, Ibrahim Traoré now put his life in the line, standing for his people. And we are ready to stand by Ibrahim Traoré. We are ready to stand by the revolution. We are standing by the revolution. And let me put this on record. Let me put this on record. What is happening in Burkina Faso, to all media houses, together with the traditional media house, the Western imperial media houses, we are saying that what is happening in Burkina Faso is not coup d'etat, it's revolution. What is happening in Burkina Faso is not coup d'etat, it's liberation. It's leadership for the people and by the people. What African Union failed to do for the past so many years, one man, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, was able to do that. by uniting Africa without only meeting with anybody. We never had any conference. We never met in any conference room, but all of us, we are here today. Last time we did a protest, was it 28? 30th, right? Yes. Nobody, Captain Ibrahim Traoré did not call for that protest, but we saw BBC posting it and putting it in their article that Ibrahim Traoré systematically organized that protest, which is a lie. We are telling them that it is the time, the season, the movement that called for the protest. At the same time, it is the time, the season, and the movement which is putting on this gathering. Sure. This gathering you are seeing here, as somebody says, it's not a contract. Nobody contracted us. We came on our own because we understand what is happening in the Sahel. What is happening in the Sahel is the rebirth of Africa. And African youth, we cannot allow it to go down. Because at the end of the day, if the revolution in the Sahel goes down, Africa will never rise again. They will make sure that the place is completely destroyed, like what is happening in Congo. If ECOWAS and African Union, they have something to do when it comes to liberation of Africa, they should not channel their energy towards, Ibrahim Traoré, the Sahel. They should channel their energy towards Sudan. They should channel their energy towards Togo. They should channel their energy towards Congo. That is where the people need true liberation. The Burkinabe people, the Sahel people, they are already awakened. So African Union and ECOWAS, do your homework because the youth are not with you. Respect.
May I invite Comrade Kurma, Sekun Kurma. Please, we need your presence. Black Coffee, please stand by. Immediately after him, you come next.
Forward ever! Forward ever! Forward ever! It seems that everywhere I go, no matter where I'm at, where there's a gathering with revolution and freedom and liberation, somehow I'm called. And I always answer. And the reason I answer is because of our ancestors and our people, the masses of the people. Whenever they call, if you're a revolutionary, you have to answer. If you're a revolutionary, you have to answer. And Ibrahim Traoré is calling us now. The people of Burkina Faso is calling us now. I had the privilege to be in Burkina Faso in 1986, and I met Thomas Sankara. And I was there and I felt the energy of what a revolution actually is. And it's not necessarily about picking up guns. It's about training yourselves politically, educationally, so that you can understand who the enemy is. And our enemy is U.S. imperialism. Our enemy is neo-colonialism and French imperialism. Our enemy is British neo-colonialism. And we must constantly organize ourselves. Kwame Nkrumah said, organization decides everything. If you're not organized, you can't decide anything. So I tell you, I beg you, Mepacho, get in some organization so that you can unite with the rest of the organizations here in Ghana so that we can get rid of neo-colonialism in our country. Organize yourself on a continental level, on a regional level, to get rid of neo-colonialism inside of West Africa. Reduplicate or duplicate what we see in Burkina Faso right now. We want Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger to come together and form a socialist government. We cannot be afraid of socialism. We cannot shrink when we ask for socialism, because what socialism does, it tells us that all the resources in our country belongs to everybody. Our Constitution tells us that the president has trust, or that the resources are in trust of one man. We want that changed in our 1992 Constitution. That's something that we can do right now. When are we going to do it? No. When are we going to do it? No. When are we going to do it? No. Change the Constitution so that the resources belong to everybody. And if you do that, you have made a step towards humanity, you've made a step towards the liberation of our country, and you've made a step to the total freedom and unification of Africa under all African Union socialist government. Thank you very much. And freedom! 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 We're at the black stop. Look for the stop. That's your guidance. Thank you.
Traoré, I didn't say that story. Yes, Ghana for no, ye di Burkina President Echi. Yeah, conscience, yeah, Africans. And I won't at the part all ye. And I story and there. Near me, person, me can say. Edum Rebia, on Betchi and Senqua. Yeah, Betchi, no. Yet, Mama, ya, Yanianu Tuo. Not on my Betchi, yang. Nasa, who need to obey the 2 showers over to me. And everybody dreams and yes, we have for being conquered too. And your conditioning into Bells a yang Abrofonepe. Not a moment in your home fast war. And no tin a yang, I ever teach you move bread coin, and no tin on bedi, so yes, sorry, tia, shanty for if you say, yeah, say, fancy for, I before and cry for. Yes, sorry, tia, your home. And see a young kaboom. And a start conditioning in our brofo, and then 2 years, Jimuno, LCS. It's conditioning in the say, obey a penny. Nasa obe sorry tia brofuna obeko obe ye penny nasa o sorry tia brofuna nyuma na ye be you afiwo obe ye penny na obe ye wadwen se o be je nia eya abrofuna aje afi ensem na mo ye ya obeko eye conditioning enti ya sorry ma Traoré e pese obiare hu se ebi ma ye penny funu se mo sorry a ye mbebu no ye be sorry atamochi se mo penny funu mo sorry se mo be kwa man ya ye so ye be kwa man mo na se ma sorry an kwa man ya yan kuma mo enti anda ye sorry e hu ya pa pese ye kuku ye penny funu bebre ye kwa mo every say ye ntumi sorry amon mo enti anda ye gina han e hu ya pa ye sorry na ya mama hama akufo do ni omo metwema kono enti omudin be yira free say omo sorry amayen enti ye kayo mo na penny sorry ma ya ye be kayo mo enti ya ye wan kruma isako ya ka kire mbebu na mo Ghana say ya sorry man penny for omo kuma yen ye hu say penny for no so omo kuma ya ya so ye be sorry amamu and then ye sorry mo ye ka kire mahama say so sorry ma ya ye be sorry amano say wan sorry amaya 4 years no enche ebeba na ye be ye no say na ye akufo ado ni ye be ye no say wan sorry amaya ye be ye no say na ye akufo ado no ye ka kire ebi man e penny for nyina say mo sorry ma ye mbebu na ye be sorry amamu say mo ka ye be ka ye mo inkruma na tafo nyina omewu omumba ekai inkruma ntafo nyina ewu na so omumba omuna na no be kai inkruma omo ye nka omoda enti ya so ye ka kire obi bia ogina ha say ye ko ama ye man na mom ye gina ama ye mfanifo say ensesa beba efrimi ne wo say ensesa beba efrimi ne wo e sha say enda enti ya sorry no ye go to your dream say BBC a ye be sorry ama me ka sisu say ya be yanjeje ye contact ye freya ye mfa na ye nkambom de ye nyadwuma ni bom ya wa ha ye doso chastela odinipa less than na ma yo ha na agi o man si ho otu ho aban fi ho omo organize the coup 1966 omo doso cheye it is say ye kabom ma ye betuma ye bibia mo man akoso ya kan mi twato no oman we mra na kire ni ayeye 1992 constitution no eno a sorry tia say ye nya oman injuba. Because this is a 1992 constitution, because privatization is a pronounced role of governance. And no, Nitiate want to say, I buy not for my phone home, I found Cronka phone. And see, yeah, guess to say, on my, I was saying, Marano, my bay on my, I come on my phone. And to make Atobia, Sanya, Traoré, about so Elbokina. Oh, sorry, I buy no Marano. I'm sorry, Emma on my phone. Sana, yes, sorry, ma on my way. Yes, sorry, constitution, I could say, on my brand, I said, my which yeah, curses so never tussle. Do not oil, a gold cup, oil cup. Newmont, a gold cup. Yeah, diamond, a cup, gold fields, a gold, a cup. Christian, a gold, Nina, a tutuka, yeah, a yellow Burkina, no. Yeah, Yabu Ghana. Yeah, sending message, I'm a Mahama. So I'm sorry, no, Auntie, gold, no. Auntie, oil, no. Now, Auntie, I'm standing, yeah, I could follow, no. Yeah, Bayano. African Liberation Day is in our heart. Hands off Africa.
Africa must be free. Joe boy. Please, when you can speak.